Good people, y'all know what it is. It is another Monday night, another episode of Minus Arrest. It's your boy Cool McCain, followed by the other half of the monarchy, or joined by the other half of the monarchy, the Playmaker. What's up, Playmaker?
What's good, everybody? Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed some wrestling last week and today, if you caught it, as they was in Paris. Paris. And hopefully our commercial can play this week. I don't know what Ring Sharp be having going on, but
I think I got to re-download that one.
You got to reload down that one. Then we're gonna get it right one of these weeks.
Yeah, I think I got to download that one. But yeah, so we just gonna get into it, y'all. Good people, not so good people, all that. Y'all know who y'all are. So NXTNA, we diving in. Playmaker, what you got from the NXT side? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, my boy. I seen 30 seconds of NXT this past week. Busy week.
That's might all you get from NXT and stuff. Zarya beat Lizzie Ring to kick off NXT, and she was about to go on a tear on Lizzie Ring before Tina Price said, all right, you can have your match next week for the Women's North American Championship. So, Zarya is getting her title match tomorrow, sir. So, any thoughts on the beatdown she put on Easy Ring and her getting her title match tomorrow?
What's going on with my coffee? And as always, happy Monday, Daniel Berry. Appreciate y'all tuning in. About time to let Zara get something. She's been hanging around doing nothing. Being big, strong, and scary for no reason. So let's give her something, even if it's just the North American Championship. It's still a championship. That's all I got to say about that.
Dark State was supposed to have a match. And then Saquon decided to strike.
I think it was 30 seconds I saw.
He took out Cutler James and the match got canceled. Or so all the words that they use, postpone. Mr. McCain, when it comes to the wrestling entertainment business, I think we have hit the season of breaking up factions. Why do I say such things, Playmaker? Well, because OTM took down the colony, and I can see dissension amongst Easy Dane right about now.
A lot of these factions aren't good anyway. So you're just getting rid of something that nobody wants.
I think Mr. Sean Spears is losing his touch.
Well, to lose the touch means you would have actually had a touch to begin with.
You saying he ain't had no touch?
That's the humble opinion.
I tell true stories.
My bad. On that, y'all hit the wrong button and my phone came on. But we all good now.
If any project had a match, I don't care. I shouldn't do them like that, but I really don't care. I just don't. If any project does nothing for me.
The Vanity Project, I don't think does anything for anyone. Disrespectfully.
But here's what I do want to get your thoughts on, sir. 3 lovely ladies had a crom in the middle of the ring. A rubber corn, should I say? If I say corn, people think they throwing hands and stuff, but a verbal corn. And it got to the point where it would be Kalani Jordan versus Kendall Gray in the winter face Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Championship next month at the Great American Bash.
Well, I like the three-way matches, or multiple person, more than two people matches, because it allows you to technically take the championship off the champion if you want to, without them losing it.
I think you misheard me. Them two are fighting to be the number one contender.
Oh, I thought you said they were fighting. No. Yeah. I mean, these are. I'm gonna put them together. These are three women that definitely have some cakes, right? But they are solid wrestlers. Either one of the three could be the face of the division. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah. In quick news, Lexis King defended the Speed Championship. Next.
Oh, NXT. Paul. Thank you. For once, I don't have something negative to say about Paul. I have something positive to say. I would like to thank myself for my year-long campaign to get rid of a cup being a championship, and it has come to an end. They have finally retired the stupid cup championship. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. I'm going to give you a Nola clap for that one, Paul. Good job.
You still hate that championship.
I don't hate it anymore because it's not active. It is gone. No more Heritage Cup crap.
Yeah, no more Heritage Cup.
Hello, Yolanda.
Yeah, the Heritage Cup had a very quiet exit too.
Stax was the last person that was credited with being champion.
I'm saying it still had a very quiet exit.
We got thrown in the river. Just never had another champion after that. But again, thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Even though Saquon did his attack on Mr. James, Mr. Lennox decided to fill in for him in their tag team match against Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne, and Dark State ended up winning that match.
That's good. Everybody's getting what they need out of that rivalry.
Like, I was hoping Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights won that match.
Of course you were, sir.
But I can see Tavion Heights is losing his freaking mind.
That's never good.
He's so hell bent on trying to win the damn championship, he ain't focused.
That can happen.
It's one thing to want to go for gold. It's another thing to do it in a strategic manner. Let me put it in the simpler terms for you. Tavion Heights is acting like the San Antonio Spurs. And speaking of people trying to do things crazy, Mr. Cam Hitchens, welcome to the big time. Because now you know what it's like when you take a shot at the champ. When you take the shot at the champ, you can't miss. But you did. Tony D'Angelo retained the NXT championship.
Most people miss when they take a shot at the champs.
But things got interesting. But things got interesting before all that, before the main event match, because Robert Stone made it clear to Tony D'Angelo that next week, because Mason Hook decided to introduce himself to the champ. It would be the new Rook, Mason Rook, versus Nakua tomorrow. And the winner of that match becomes the number one contender for Tony D'Angelo. With it being most likely being at the Great American Bash is like a month away from now, could they pull the trigger on the Nakua right now? Or do they want to drag it out a little longer?
I mean, they're not about to pull the trigger now.
So you can see Hook winning tomorrow night?
I mean, he could win the match. Either one could win that match, but neither one ain't going to beat D'Angelo right now. So it's just who they want to lose to Tony D'Angelo. That's the question.
Okay. But that's NXT for you.
All right. So with that being NXT, y'all know where we're going next. Total non-stop action. And it was an actually interesting show this week. I will say TNA behind the scenes, some wild stuff going on. Steve Macklin was granted his release from the company. But TNA did a WWE move and announced it before they kind of talked to him or let him see if he wanted to do it first or whatever. So there's a little bit of a conflict, we'll say, about how that was handled and how certain people feel.
Oh, that's a conflict, all right.
About that.
Steve Macklin gone? Interesting.
It was his own choice. When you say I want to be gone, and then after he left, it was reported that he was unhappy with storylines. He's like, "Hey, I'm a former world champ, international champ. I don't even have a real solid storyline." And he's gone. So we also had the Broken Hardys have their Wicked Garden match against the Righteous. Of course, they lost. The thing that we have to remember about the Hardys, and I mean this with sincere sadness, at this point, the Hardys are a sideshow. They're not the guys they used to be, right? They're not champs anymore. Couldn't be champs for so long because they can only do a few moves. They're getting older. Like it's nearing the time to say, you know what? We're either going to be managers or we're going to get up out of here. But we can't stay doing what we're doing because we don't have the capacity to do so anymore.
I can see them being gone because I can't see them being managers.
I'm just saying, if you watch their matches, you feel sad for what you remember them as. And I mean, they do a lot of wild turns. Like Edge and Christian, right? They can still do what they did because they weren't, unless they were in TLC or wild matches, they were safer wrestlers so that you could still see them having a little bit of time left. Plus, both of them had, years off, obviously Edge more than Christian, due to injury. Right? At one point, we're told they probably were done wrestling. Hardys, drugs, all this stuff's catching up to them. So they lost to the Righteous in their own match with their broken version. So we can start calling them broken body Hardys. But that's all we got left now. Which is sad. Because these are two guys that can go at times. Any thoughts on the Hardys, man?
I'm good.
All right. Then we had a match between BDE, who's one of the new, I guess, next generation of stars for TNA. And he fought Eddie Edwards of the System, Mr. I Want to Be Champ. Only person in his group that doesn't have a championship right now. So we'll see how that goes. They love him enough to give him one. Or if they just say, you get nothing. We'll see how that plays out. But the important part is that he did beat BDE. BDE won the match. But then after the match, the System decided that they were going to dominate and try to eliminate BDE. So at that point, got a little help. First, he got some help in the form of Fabian Eichner, who has a little beef with what's his name? Cedric Alexander. Someone said another name that wasn't his. Cedric Alexander. And then we also got Leon Slater, who lost the X Division Championship that finally showed back up. And they both had his back. And make a long story short, that ring was cleared. And after that ring was cleared, the good guys were standing tall. I do wish the Hardys would go ahead and just have their final tour, though. Just announce it. Let's get it over with. I just, feel bad for those guys. All right, AJ Francis had a interview. He was getting ready to debut his new single, Walk, and Elijah came out. Elijah had a song of his own. AJ Francis gave him a cease and desist letter and then attacked him. So that was that segment. At least they tried something different. That's all I'm saying. India Hartwell and Director of Authority Santino Marella have a match against his daughter Ariana Grace and Stax. Daria Ray, who is the Director of Operations, interrupted them and sent her unsincere regards for their match tonight. Atlanta Black also let India Hartwell know that she wants to be the next champion. Then we got the match. Who do y'all think won the match?
I hope the couple won, since they are an actual couple. But let me guess, Santino and Indy Hartwell got the dub.
That's who won. They fell to double Cobras. And then Santino got the pin. And we had a thing in the back. The Undead Realm continues to hunt the Elegance brand. So Rosemary and Allie will probably end up being the next tag team champions, or some combination of Rosemary, Allie, and Mara Sade. Because Mara Sade is with them as well. Eric Young had an interview and said he's ready to cleanse the TNA wrestling. He's ready to take the championship from Mike Santana. Everybody's ready to take the championship from Mike Santana. No one's done it. We'll see if Eric Young can do it. Santana came out, called out Eric Young, source words. And he got laid out with a power driver by Eric Young. Next week, Mustafa Ali will defend his championship against Casey Navarro. He's the international champion. That's the best looking belt TNA has. Mixed singles match. Lei Ying Lee fought Mr. Elegance from the Elegance brand. Of course, the man won. I mean, if you got beat by a female, but he had to be a coward and jump and hit her from behind to beat her. I hope you guys had no plans.
That man looked like he hasn't thrown a punch in his entire life.
Yeah, if you had any plans for Mr. Elegance, you can go ahead and cancel those.
Like, the fact that y'all even have him go over is a problem.
We're going to get Lei Ying Lee. And Zaya Brooks said a Slammiversary on June 28th. We're also going to get...
So 3 weeks from today. Or so 3 weeks from tomorrow.
That's also the same day the AEW has their next pay-per-view. And the day after, WWE's next pay-per-view. So instead of space few things out to be seen, everybody crams theirs together. So what I want to say is, don't be surprised when you don't have as good ratings as many people there. You guys do a terrible job of seeing what the other people are doing and trying to space it out so that
I don't want to call it a terrible job. I call it a petty job. That's what I call it.
I call it a terrible job.
I call it petty because they're doing it on purpose.
The only person who's doing it on purpose is WWE. Because there's no way TNA and AEW are saying, we're going to fight each other because you're both going to lose. And that's what I'm talking to. I mean, WWE going to do what they do. They don't care. It's the other two. Y'all got to do better. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who cares.
WWE being petty. Matter of fact, ain't June 28th on a freaking Sunday? It is on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And WWE's pay-per-views on Saturday, with their PLE's on the Saturday before that.
Like I said, they being petty.
How would they being petty, sir?
Why this one got to be on a Sunday all of a sudden? Y'all didn't want to do Sundays no more, remember?
No, they've been doing Sundays. The only person that wasn't doing Sundays was WWE.
That's what I'm talking about.
They've been not wanting to do Sundays.
But this one's going to be on the Sunday. So petty.
No, WWE's going to be on a Saturday. I think they're the day before everybody else.
I think all three was on the same day if I read that correctly. I'm like, all three of y'all going to be on the same day. What the heck?
They're all three on the same day. That's really stupid of the other two. But WWE was a Saturday. Let me make sure. You might be right. Just make sure.
The Great American Bash is June 28th.
Great American Bash is not WWE. That's NXT. I mean, it's WWE, but it's not like Raw and SmackDown. It's NXT. Like that's.
And the crazy part about it is that's going to be on CW. You don't have to pay streaming to see it.
So Night of Champions, their actual WWE pay-per-view is June 27th.
June 27th, so the date. God, dog.
So they're the day before. That's the one I'm talking about. The Great American Bash. That's NXT. I mean, I'm TNA. I'm going to WWE offices. They don't do the ish no more. Though you might get better ratings than NXT.
I don't know. It's on CW. Everybody can watch it.
Still might get better ratings.
You're most likely right. I'm just being facetious right now.
So if it's on the CW, it's not really a true PLE then.
I don't think NXT has a home for their PLEs currently. So smart move in a way to put it on CW. That way nobody can miss it.
It's kind of smart. I'll give them that. All right, good people. It's time for a commercial break, but got a few comments before we go to said break. You know me. I'm all about the comments. So Damien says, I can see Steve going to GCW or MLW or NXT. He says the Hardys are the Harlem Globetrotters of wrestling, unfortunately. Yeah, but the problem is the Harlem Globetrotters trade out people. The Hardys never do. It says the Hardys' body breaks down more than a Tesla.
Nothing more than a Tesla.
Yeah. So I break it down. Damien also says the Hardys can work at JCW. They can work at Hog and fourth rope with Booker T. Damien said that's TKO. Who says the WC will be more watchable than any of those pay-per-views. We'll see.
Let's be for real. Like, it's the World Cup. It's gonna be watched.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of. I think you're hitting different fan bases for the most, though. You don't have a lot of guys that. I mean, you have the Hispanic population, obviously, because they've been into soccer or football, as they call it around the world, for a good minute. But I don't think you have as much crossover in the groups. I mean, you don't have a lot of people that watch wrestling and also watch soccer that are American wrestling fans. So that's So I think you still have a decent turnout, but that's another reason why this was a terrible time to do this PLEs on pay-per-views. But hey, I guess y'all use enough money to start being smarter.
My thinking is events like the World Cup that don't come around that often. People get curious. They want to watch.
Not if you don't like soccer. There's a lot of people.
If you don't like soccer, you just don't like soccer.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there's not. I don't think that the fan base outside of the Hispanic portion or a portion of the Hispanic fan base are that much into soccer that are into wrestling. So I think that you're not going to have that large of a group outside that it's going to be like, oh, I want to see what the World Cup is about. Soccer, still soccer. They don't want to watch that. And hey, if you don't like soccer, people don't like basketball, baseball, football, whatever. People don't like pro wrestling. So whatever you like is what you like. I watch it all, but
I'll be catching me some World Cup for sure.
I'm sure you will, sir. You are a sports connoisseur, not certain sports. It's a difference. Damien says the World Cup is like the WNBA, not much views, but getting more than before. Break time, y'all. We're going to get back up in this, John. And we're going to talk some AEW. And then some WWE.
Boo.
I want to play a certain thing, but I'm not going to play it. Let's go.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to a return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan, join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson Brown stood at 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
All right, we are back in the building. It's time to talk a little AEW. That's some Dynamite, and we got a little something from Collision too. A little tournament is going to, well, a little match is going to be happening for the vacated TBS Championship. It'll be a 6-woman match for that. I believe that's going to be at Forbidden Door as well. So Forbidden Door is coming up on June 28th. AEW has a slight advantage because they're going to be in their fan base for this one. So this is the one that AEW does every year in conjunction with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that'll be we'll be getting matches and things from that next few weeks. But from June 3rd, let's go through what we got here. So our match lineup real quick. We had AEW World Champion MJF versus Roosh. And we can go ahead and put that out there from the beginning. We know who won that match. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. But he did receive a legitimate injury. It was a fluky one. Knee from Roosh. Caught him and hurt him. But he's getting no heat in the back for it. It's one of those things that just happens. Men's tournament semifinal match. We had Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis. We had a TNT Championship match with Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight. I got some words for that when we get to that. We had a Women's Owen Hart Foundation quarterfinal. Alex Windsor had a wild card match. And then we had Mark Briscoe versus Leo Rush. So I want to say Leo Rush, new interest, very concerning. That man is crazy. His new character is crazy. And it works well. So MJF won via referee stoppage because he just put the STF hammerlock combo on, and then Rouge just passed out, basically. So that's how he beat him. So this was a match between two weird guys. Mark Briscoe, it's a weird guy. Leo Rush, an extra weird guy. He's doing this kind of Gollum type thing, and it's disturbing, but you'll watch it just to see where he's gonna go with it, but at the same time you're a little disturbed by it. It's one of those type things. He delivered the cutthroat driver to beat Leo Rush, and then he cut a promo about the anger he had when in AEW following the death of his brother Jay, and how wrestling was his therapy, and those type of things. And I have been in not exactly the same situation, but similar, so I get it. So doing a lot to try to make Mark Briscoe at least a solid mid-tier champion wrestler in AEW. I think it might pay off a little bit. He also, of course, called off MJF for a shot at the championship. MJF's probably not going to give him one. He's told him before he doesn't have the right look. So, yeah. If you haven't seen Leo Rush lately, just watch his entrance and watch his movements and everything he does in a match. It's very unique. It'll captivate you and kind of get you watching. But at the same time, you're like, bro, you is crazy. Like at the same time. So I think that's what he was going for, and he nailed it. So Thekla used to work for Stardom, and she talked so much trash about Stardom, and then she spit at Stardom on a promo she did. She got fired from there. That's why.
You should.
Got Andrade El Idolo in action. Yep. He fought DK Van Doo, and it was a squash match. He also wants a shot at MJF for the AEW World Championship. So there's that. So then we had a match of former partners, Speedball Mike Bailey, and I hate to say this, the newest member of the Don Callis family, Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight's run as a heel was interesting for 2 weeks. The fact that you have joined the Don Callis family, I automatically no longer care about you as a heel. Because now we'll only see you every few weeks when you're shuffled through the 1,000 people in the Don Callis family. Creative should have did this man better.
Creative should just get rid of the Don Callis family altogether.
He won the match with a crash landing on his former tag team partner. Big Doyle is back, so he provided distraction, and then Don Callis swept Speedball's legs out from under him, and then crash landing. So yeah, and then Kevin Knight also cut a promo about world champion, and he wants to face MJF. That was sarcasm at its finest. We keep seeing this. Come on, y'all. Do better. Really do better. The Dogs, Clark Connors and David Finlay, won a championship match. They're going to end up getting one. The women's tournament quarterfinals. Alex Winder's surprise opponent will make my co-host very happy. Mercedes Moné made her long-awaited return to AEW. She was the
I
wild
ain't
card in the
that-
Owen Hart Foundation,
I ain't that thrilled.
and she was the wild card because, of course, the former TBS champion was injured, and she was in this tournament. So I thought it was a good pop for Monet, and a good way to bring her back. And I like her new style. It's a little darker. And Monet finished her off with a knee, a backstabber, and a statement maker. Men's semifinal: Will Ospreay versus national champion Mark Davis. You know, you have to look when you see all these AEW belts. Ospreay beat his old partner Mark Davis. Maybe that's all we really need to know. So, I think a good solid episode of AEW. You're building storylines now, not just having flip around monkey matches, as Cole would say. And it's all you had to wrestle. It's just always been getting the other stuff together, and you seem to be doing a better job of that. So kudos there. So people, that is your AEW review. Co-host just stepped away for a moment. So
I ain't stepping away. I'm right here.
oh,
I like Damien's comment too. And I agree 100%.
so I'll be honest, y'all. When we first did it, I was like, okay, he hurting people. There's a group of guys that say they hurt people. And they could use another member, a young guy that they can mentor, and they can just teach him how to be just a hurtful dude. But then what does he do? He goes and joins the faction with 80,000 people. For some reason, that's the way they want to send this man. And I would say to that, you are clowns for that. We have another comment from Damien. We're going to wait, and we'll come back to it. All right, Playmaker. It's time.
No commercial.
It's time. It's WWE time.
He said no commercials. All right.
Nah, we ain't doing no commercials tonight. We limited commercials tonight.
Let's go back to SmackDown. Gunther was justice. The injustice happened to Gunther, and he wants justice for it. I mean, it wasn't injustice. Like, man, foot was literally under the bottom of the rope, but they were in a referee position. He couldn't see it. So, of course, you know who popped up.
Samuel.
He did too, but that's not who I was referring to.
Oh yeah. Cody Rhodes, Raheem.
So Cody doesn't mind giving Gunther his rematch because it was an injustice that was done. You know, it is what it is. Sammy had to throw his 2-6 in and whatnot. Sammy, why are you even in this picture to begin with? Like, cool. Do you care about Sami Zayn at this moment in time?
No. I care more about the Speed Championship than I do Sami Zayn.
And that's very terrible to hear that. Do you care if Gunther get a rematch?
No.
But you understand why if he gets a rematch.
Not really.
Not really. He
Because
shouldn't
there
have
have been
been in the
several
first place.
times the guys got screwed and didn't get a rematch. And really got screwed, not just their leg was on the rope and nobody noticed it. So I really don't. I can accept it, but I don't understand it.
So, yeah. The Queen of the Ring continued. You know, Io Sky won last Monday. Who's going to win on SmackDown? You had Raquel Rodriguez, JC Jane, Kiana James, and Bailey in this matchup. A lot of things happened in this match. And can you really say miscommunication between Julia and Kiana James?
I mean, you could.
Because Julia actually did her part. I think Kiana James just didn't know what happened.
Clearly, that's what happened, but I mean, you could say miscommunication because Kiana James spent too much time crying. And she deserved to lose that match.
And Raquel Rodriguez gets the dub. Scored one for the Judgment Day. And Kiana James and Julia officially split apart.
Yes, they did.
And Julia, thank you for adding some blue to your blondness, because now that it's a little bit better. I'm still trying to get used to the blonde part of it, but it's a little bit better. You got the blue back in there.
I rock with the blonde, Julia. You didn't have to change for me.
Yeah, well, you ain't sure what you was rocking with it last week. Now you rocking with it?
I wasn't sure about it. I saw a few more times. I say, no, but it's okay. You want to be blind? Be blind.
You did give Triple H some credit earlier in the show, right?
Yeah. He got rid of one of my most hated championships.
I want to see how you feel about this. So, Talatonga went up against Worst Keys. Can you guess who won that match?
I know who won that match. Talatonga, because he has outside help. Here's the thing. I've been telling y'all this. The whole Obafemi, Trick Williams, and what's the other thing? Javon Evans. They're not going to have 4 people of color dominating both shows. On SmackDown, it's going to be Trick Williams. On Raw, it might be Obafemi. That means Javon Evans is not going to get to that level while Obafemi's up there, and Royce Keys has no chance. And that's just based on what they do. Y'all was wondering, oh no, they're going to have blah, blah, blah. No. You get one on each show at a time. And I'm not guaranteeing that either one of them are going to be world champions soon, but you get one getting a major push at a time. You can acknowledge it. You say it should be different, but I'm telling you what you actually get. Not what it should be, not what I want it to be, not what I believe it to be. I'm telling you what it really is. And I'm not surprised by what I keep seeing.
I know my co-host he's pro-black and I am too. But speaking of people we need WWE to do something with, are y'all gonna do anything with Johnny Gargano?
Yes, they're gonna put him in a tag team with Samuel Zayn. That's what they're gonna do.
I don't even know how I feel about that.
I know how I feel about it.
I don't know if that's better than what he's doing right now, just laying around moping.
I don't care. That's how I feel about it.
Motionless. So this was interesting because I didn't see this coming, but Jay Cargill teamed up with Meechin with Beef out on the outside to take on the team of Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Rhea wasn't clear to fight, so they didn't have much choice.
Where was Alexa Bliss in all this?
She got taken out, remember?
I know she got taken out. Tiffany Stratton out of nowhere.
Yep. Charlotte fights with everybody now. I know you hate me and I hate you, but let's be the tag partners, yeah.
The Barbie and the Queen all of a sudden are friends.
Well, they did acknowledge they hate each other, but they did wrestle together.
And lost, as expected.
As it had to be. They couldn't win. Could just let those two win. That would have been preposterous either for what we do.
Jeez. Oh, and by the way, seems it's been a little quiet on the front when it comes to Jay Cargill. Like, what's going on? Are we not having any more botches anymore? Is she actually getting better in the ring all of a sudden, and people can't go off on social media like they want to? It's been a little
That might be
quiet on
it.
the front.
But also, she's not champ. It got the worst when she was champ. Oh, by the way, all y'all that whined and crying and complained about Jay Cargill was champ for 100 days with no defenses.
Yeah, somebody. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get to her later on. Trust me.
50 days with Liv. Yeah.
I'm getting. Oh, you had to bring that. I was gonna get to that.
I know. I just wanted to go ahead since we were talking about Jade. I want people to make the connection. You see how hypocritical they are.
Oh, I was gonna get to that one. Ricky Say's defeated Carmelo Hayes. That man right here to my left said that they weren't going to do much with Carmelo Hayes. And here we are.
And why are they going to do much with Carmelo Hayes? He looks like me and Playmaker. They've got too many of those guys to deal with. They got more than they want.
Now, Chelsea Green, good that you made it through heart surgery. You're back. You're competing again. I don't think they did you any favors by putting you up against Last Legend on SmackDown.
Definitely do you any favors.
And what's taking y'all so long to debut my girl? What's the messed up here? What's going on backstage? Because all we just seeing is video package of Blake Monroe.
They're just waiting for the right moment, sir.
Do they know what the right moment is?
It depends. Who's the one making the decisions?
And do not screw up Blake Monroe, please.
You're asking too much.
I just said don't screw it up. I ain't say give her a title. I didn't say push her to. I just said don't
They've
screw it
already
up.
got two blondes that they haven't messed up on SmackDown.
One of them I love, the other one I'm all right with.
Well, technically three if you put Tiffy in there.
Those. I thought you were talking about Tiffy.
Well,
Because when you said blondes, there's only two that popped in my head. Full-fledged blondes, that I'm saying.
full-fledged, I mean.
Those are the only two that popped in my head.
I don't do the full fledged anymore since Soul Ruka is the first African American women's Intercontinental Champion. I don't do the half anymore. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't argue with that one. I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, it's quit the half at that point.
Guess when cool. All right, so we ain't doing full fledged no more. Okay.
I ain't doing full fledged no more after that.
I understand now.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to roll with it, bro, I'm not knocking. I'm just telling you why I don't anymore. Because I've been there with you before, but you know.
You know, I got you. This was like cool. It's like, okay, so we not doing full no more. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know not to do full no more. We're just gonna call it how it is. Yeah, when you said blonde, the only two people popped in my head was Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Well, I was thinking Alexa too.
Oh, Alexa.
Yeah.
She's a natural blonde, so yes, that makes sense. I'm just used to her having different colors in her hair now.
Right, yeah. Especially pink and black strikes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very, very good point there. So 2 of them I love and 1 I'm okay with.
I figured that would change when yeah.
And then we had to continue the King of the Ring tournament on SmackDown. We had Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest of Judgment Day 2.0. No, it's not Judgment Day 2.0. I was like saying that because of R-Truth.
It's like Judgment Day 3.9.
R-Truth around here talking about the Judgment Day is back. I bet every time he said that, could be like, why is this man on my TV?
Man, why?
Hey, don't get it twisted. Cool loves R-Truth. He just can't take it though.
You're supposed to be hurt. Go be hurt.
The United States champion Trick Williams and Brian Breaker. All 4 of these men hold a title of some sort. So a champion is moving to the next round. This is my final stat.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't pick this match because they threw the tag team titles on Brian Breaker to help keep the title in the division. Me and Cool, we already said the previous week that we weren't going to be Trick Williams because they're already doing enough with Trick Williams.
Right.
So that left Damian Priest and Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
And I already had said no Damian Priest because, you know. No. So basically, I lose to Dom through the process of elimination.
And Dominic Mysterio won. So Judgment Day went 2 for 2.
What I love about it is now he's got to face the ruler.
And I'm going to get to that in a minute. You have anything you want to say on SmackDown?
Nah.
All right, sir. You ready to take the flight over to Paris?
Yes.
We're in Paris at 2 p.m. early today. And yet again, the French crowd is undefeated. I'm just going to go ahead and get that right off the bat. The French crowd is undefeated. Speaking of the ruler, he opened up the show. And the reason why I say the French crowd is undefeated, that man stood there. Music, he done the entrance, he done the stands, he done everything. The lights come on, he has the mic in his hands. And he had to wait a while. Why did he have to wait? Because the French crowd was loving Obafemi.
Yeah, they had a lot of wind for Oba. You heard Oba for a long time.
And he sat there and said, I would love to stand here and have y'all serenade to me all night long, but we have other business to do and stuff. Then they booed for a minute. And then went back to cheering on Obafemi again.
We don't even care what you got to say, Obafemi.
We just happy that you're here. I was like, yep, that French crowd is something else, man. You can't.
I just want to address Damien right quick. He says Sammy needs to shave the darn beard. He's starting to look like a hobo. Sammy's been like a hobo since he was with the Bloodline. And then Damien says Gargano can be Danhausen's puppet. I mean, that actually could work.
That's terrible. Danhausen's puppet. I don't think so.
Sam says beep. Someone needs to change their smoke alarm batteries. I'm not hearing what you're hearing, bro. Maybe it's your batteries.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything either, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Obafemi, he still has not forgotten about Brock Lesnar. He's making it clear the next time Brock Lesnar shows his face in WWE, it's on and popping. And then I have to admit, Dirty Dom got some cojones on him, sir. Because I am not going out there to interrupt Obafemi. I don't care. We do got a matchup last week.
True.
You got some cojones on him. I give him that.
Mas Grande cajones. Not regulars, Mas Grande.
He walked up to Obafemi, said some words, and poor JD. JD with a chair does nothing to Obafemi.
Crazy.
Does nothing. Just pow. Did you just hit me with a chair? How about I punch the chair through your face? And the craftiness of Dom Mysterio backfired on this one. And I do like when they came back to the and they just admitted it, like, yeah, we had a plan and yeah, it just didn't work.
Yep.
It just didn't work. Usually they'll be back there bickering, not Judgment Day, but normally when teams do that and it don't work, they'll probably bicker and like, no, they was like, that plan didn't work at all whatsoever. So I give them credit for being accountable. Like, yeah, that did not work whatsoever. So,
yep.
Sticking with the Judgment Day, but the other person. The queen of the ring tournament kicked off the first match. Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. We knew it wasn't going to be Chelsea Green because you kind of just got back. I'm pretty sure they want you in the ring, but they ain't trying to push you in any type of form or fashion. You thought it could be Becky Lynch, and I found out who was the ref of the match. Guess who was refing the match? Jessica Carr was the ref for this match. I'm like, well, that means Becky Lynch is not wearing this match. So I'm going to throw that away. Says leave Liv Morgan, who is the world champion, by the way, and Alexa Bliss. Again, why do we have a world champion in this tournament?
I have an answer.
And the thing about it, they smart. You know what WWE did? I didn't know this last week. I found out this week. You get to choose which champion you get to pick now. So that means if Liv Morgan wins, there's only one title she can go for. But yet, what was that statistic you gave out earlier?
50 days. No championship match.
So closing in on 2 months. No title defenses.
No.
And nobody's complaining. Nobody sees the issue with this.
I'm not understanding how devalued the championship is becoming. No, they're not.
So I have to sit here and watch Liv Morgan, who's the world champion, by the way, be in a tournament that she shouldn't even be a part of, because the people that's in the tournament are literally trying to fight to get to her.
Right.
Because let's be for real, does anybody in that tournament really want to go out to Rhea?
You're doing a Dave Bautista move here. It's going to be Raquel. I'm throwing that out there.
Liv Morgan wins. She's on to the semifinals. She gets to wait to opponent to find out who wins the final one on SmackDown. If I remember correctly, the only two names I remember in that Fatal 4-Way is Charlotte Flair and Jay Cargill, which is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who else was in that match. Speaking of matches, the first time this woman won the Intercontinental Championship, a week ago? And she's already defending it against Lyra Valkyria in Pettery. And she successfully defended that title, by the way, with a Snow Snatcher of Lyra Valkyria.
As long as she's snatching souls, she can have a good run.
But a week in, and Soul already has a title defense. Liv Morgan, on the other hand, 2 months in, 0 title defense. What you think about Chad Gable going around and apologizing to all the luchadors?
I like it to get him back to being a face, because clearly that's what this is all about. So I like it.
Speaking of which, we had Penta versus Rey Mysterio. One of them dream matches that you never thought you would see. Penta successfully defended the Intercontinental Championship. It's what happened afterwards that took place. Ego, Ethan Page, and Rusev was on the attack. Dragon Lee comes out, does his thing for a bit, and then the numbers game picked up on him. And then Rusev decided to be very disrespectful. He took the mask off Rey Mysterio. But Chad Gable comes to save the day. And he was German the heck out of all Ego and Rusev. Them Germans was crazy.
Yep.
Gave Rey Mysterio the mask back. They was able to put it back on him. Chad Gable, a new lease on life.
Good guy, Chad.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
I'll let you have this one.
You can have it.
Sure.
I'm
That's your guy. You haven't been able to talk about him for quite some time.
He can continue for another week. He ain't about to win now.
Still coming after the bloodline. But I think he's gonna regret the part when he finished it. I was talking about the whole family sucks, so I think he's gonna regret that part of it.
I think so too. Oh, LA.
And here's the thing. Everybody's using the same thing. Roman can't do it by himself. Roman can't do it by himself. The man won the championship by himself. He didn't have no hook to win the championship. He had 2 title defenses. Didn't have no hook in any of those. So what are we really saying?
I think you know the answer to that.
Don't worry, we'll be hearing from the Tribal Chief next week on Raw. Very interesting in hearing what he has to say about all this. And then the main event, the king of the ring tournament continue. Javon Evans, Seth Rollins, Tyler Tonga, and Ricky Saints. Off rip, you can eliminate Tyler Tonga and Ricky Saints. Right off rip. So it's Javon Evans and Seth freaking Rollins. Who would you think will win this match? Seth Rollins, he wants to tell you that he never lost, and technically he never lost it. He got injured and had to relinquish it.
Well, you make sure we all remember that.
Javon Evans, he's up and coming, but we don't know what the picking is going to be with Javon Evans because, as my co-host said, he already got Olufemi over there, being the top guy with the non-title. Where does that put Javon Evans?
Yeah. Not at the very top.
Lo and behold, Austin Theory decided to come out and get involved. And Montez Ford came out and took out Austin Theory. So if Austin Theory is out there getting involved, that means there's another person coming to get involved in the match. Brian Brady got involved. And just when Ricky Saints thought he had it, the young OG turned the measures with a super OG cutter from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. The young OG is in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. What did you think of the main event?
I mean, honestly, rest just isn't exciting to me right now. WWE isn't at all. Because either the writers are really bad and I just come up with something that smooth things out for some of the stuff they have, or they take subpar material and make it better. I'm going to say it like that. That's all I got to say about that.
You know, the crazy thing is, it's not just Coop McCain saying it. Breach Report says it too.
And Sports Center. Sporting News. Matter
of fact, I'm gonna before we close, I'm gonna read exactly what's on Bleacher Report. This week's Raw was good in terms of action we saw, but simply wasn't enough of it for a 2.5-hour show. Here's the part where my co-host is gonna be happy. We only got 4 matches. 2 were the men's and women's Intercontinental titles, and 2 were King and Queen of the Ring bouts. All 4 matches delivered some entertainment action, but that is too small a card for what should be the flagship show. That's Beach Report. And this is about Raw. This isn't about a PLE. This is about Raw.
And that's to say.
So even Bitch before is saying 4 matches on Raw is not good enough. And this man been saying 4 matches on a PLE is not good enough.
And now they're doing it on a regular show. Y'all got to understand. You're getting robbed. You're getting robbed.
It's not just Cool McCain said. Bleach Report says it too. And we can go home now.
Yep. We're good people. What I would like to say is it's weird that AEW's storytelling is stepping up and WWE's is getting worse. I just want some competition. I want to be able to turn on in and out of the week and see some good wrestling with good storylines. And right now, that's not happening much. So we'll see if it stabilizes out. We'll see. Anything else you want to ask her?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, good people. Meet us back here next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 8:03. Raw was on early, but go and watch your 4 matches and your 50 different segments. And thank Paul for that crap. But also appreciate Paul for getting rid of the Heritage Cup nonsense monkey poo. You know me, I take the good with the bad. If you're going to watch wrestling, you kind of got to do that.